people believe that the paranormal and science are separate. But what they don't know, that they are both joined together as one. Join Ben and Louisa on their quest as they bring together science, occult, and the paranormal, only on Occult, History, and Science with Ben and Lou.
How are we all doing, people? Sorry, look like half deaf there. Oh, hey. How are we all? Again, tonight is obviously Occultology. Yeah, brain's collapsing. Sorry. Hi, Craig, Matt. How we doing? People that are just joining us. I did have a list of something I was going to mention. I can't remember what I was going to mention, guys. We know what brains like.
You didn't tell me what you were going to mention, so I can't remind you.
No, I know. It's a bit crap.
You should tell me.
I know. It was at the top of me. Oh, it's here.
Is it to do with the paranormal?
I can't remember. I can't remember. Guys, we know my brain's fried. Damon was going to join us, but I assume he's not going to because he's cowering. So, yes, right. Tonight's topic is human combustion. Well, spontaneous human combustion. It is one of my favourite subjects in the world because no one's been able to explain it. He's asleep. I know he'll be asleep. He'll be asleep for a very long time. But yes, I'm like not shocked that he's fast asleep. To be fair, it's a long drive from Derby back to his, especially with being at work. But yes, so tonight, any comments, any questions? As always, feel free to add in. And we are going to, when my mouse is actually working, I actually remember where it is. It's good. Yep. Bear with me, guys. My mouse is somewhere disappeared. Crap.
I don't even know
All right, got it. It's all right. My laptop doesn't work without the mouse. So, we shall start with good old Wikipedia to give the basis of understanding of what we go. Has a pup stolen? No, they have a tendency of stealing everything bloody else, including my boots, my wallet, toothbrush,
earplugs.
The
fact I got eaten and pooped out.
Everything I have gets stolen by the pup.
That's just because you leave everything lying around.
I do go so sick.
You've got your t-shirt still under there.
No, that's your t-shirt under there.
What's on my t-shirt?
Yeah, because you said what? Oh yeah, never mind. Right. It's going to be fun, guys. So, let's start with the basic description so we all know what it is. Everyone pretty much knows what it is, what human combustion is, but you know me, I like to just run the basis for everything. So, spontaneous human combustion, or SHC. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that word.
Pseudoscientific.
I thought it was pseudoscience, but it just didn't look right. Is the pseudoscience concept of the combustion of a living or recently deceased human body without any external source of ignition. In addition to reported cases, descriptions of this alleged phenomena appear in literature, and both types have been observed to share a common characteristic in the term of sorry, guys, we lost internet. My phone flicked to the normal signal. So we will flick back at some point. So yeah, I'm just trying to remember where I was. Yeah, so science scientific evidence has attempted to analyze the reports into SHC, and they've still umming and ahhing whether it happens. They can't work out hypotheses regarding the potential case causes and mechanisms include victims' behavior and habits, alcohol consumption, and proximity to potential ignition sources. Basically, no one really knows how it happens. They know it happens, but no one knows how it happens. Good evening, everybody that's come on. Good evening, Jeanette. Good evening, AJ. Nice to have you. I'm just flicking through the comments now that I've had a second. Wi-Fi flick back on. When we finish, go over to the next channel, and her show starts at 8:30. Just put that out. So I'm going to make sure I finish on time for you and Annette. I'll say hello, Craig. Hello, Natasha. Welcome, everybody. Do we know the last reported case? I'm going to get into that. Stop throwing me ahead, Matt. So yeah, basically, no one knows how it happens. The cases are ridiculously rare, but we know they happen. So from there, obviously, that gives you the basic understanding of what it is. The earliest case we have was it what? Was it Michael? Right, my brain's not reading words in a minute, guys. What's that, Michael?
Right, he's so small.
I know.
Faraday?
Michael Faraday.
Next time, don't leave your glasses at work.
Yeah, I need to not leave my glasses at work. Oh, that's right. You've thrown me completely off. My brain's gone into collapse. Evening, Jenny. My brain is not reading words. Sorry, guys. My brain is just not reading words at the minute.
Sexually?
Essentially.
Not right. I can't read either. Essentially, oxygen is extremely flammable. It's slowing combustion and burning in our bodies throughout our lifetimes, from what I understand. An imbalance large enough might be the cause.
Now,
it's slowly and lifetime.
Now, yes, obviously we do know oxygen is flammable. However, this is where the science comes into it. Now, when your body is cremated, obviously you're in the casket, your body's cremated. It takes cremation lasts between 1 to 3 hours, with the cooling taking a further 1 to 2 hours. This depends on the cremation's temperatures, the size of the deceased, and the coffin material. So, on average, let's say it takes, human body, an hour and a half to burn. So it's still a long time in an industrial. I'm going to say it as it is. Sorry, guys, if I offend anyone, but basically in an industrial oven. The body's put an industrial blast.
That's burning the coffin as well, not just the body.
Yeah. It's breakthrough in that one. The last thing that collapses when you burn a body is the ribcage. Don't ask me how I know that. I just remember it's always the last thing that collapses. So yeah, it takes an hour and a half for the body to burn. When it comes to human combustion cases, they are set on fire within milliseconds, and nothing is left. What we got there? Wouldn't our living body process oxygen burn quicker than one that wasn't? No. See, with human combustions, when the bodies have burnt, they've burnt in milliseconds. So it doesn't matter when they've always been alive. There is the occasion where the body's been dead. Prime example, Tutankhamun's body. showed signs of human combustion.
Did you know, apparently, when I was having a look online, there's been cases of near human combustion, like where they've got like random burn marks appear on them. It's like the body's tried to combust,
Yeah,
but
and
it's not
there.
quite, and it's just left them with burn marks. And they've got, obviously, they don't have any, not that they don't have a memory of anything happened, because technically nothing did happen for them to actually remember. These marks just appeared on them.
It's one of these phenomena that no one quite understands. Like I said on Friday's show, there was a report. There was a gentleman that was struck 3 times by lightning, and his body never burned. Yet lightning is a ridiculously powerful source of energy. So you think his body would go? Well, we've seen a lightning bolt strike a tree; the instantly set on fire. Let me just catch up on comments. Like saying things with that is O2 and all gases have a combustion mix. That means they have to create a certain mixture. Yeah, exactly. You can't just set the body on fire that quick.
There's 3 things
Yeah.
for things to be set on fire. You've got to have your very high heat, you need to have your source of fuel, and your oxidizing agent.
Yeah. Well, they know the source of fuel from an event that happened. This is completely off topic, but this was used as an example. So, human body has fat. Obviously, we know this. Human body has fat. Those of you are, I don't really want to sound rude, but it's going to sound rude no matter what I say. Those of you that are leaning more towards the middle days of age.
Middle days of age.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude.
Middle-aged people.
I'd say, yeah. If you remember an incident in France, which was the Mount Blanc tunnel incident that killed a lot of people, and that was done by a lorry fire. Now, the temperature in that tunnel got so hot it managed to melt the concrete and everything else in the tunnel. That was started by a fag butt going into an air coolant system on a lorry filled with, I think it was either margarine or butter. I think it might have been butter. And that burned at ridiculously high temperatures, enough to melt chassis of cars and everything, and melt pure concrete.
The one like the tunnel, but like obviously it will contain everything, so that's why the temperature would get so hot, because there's no sort of escape for it all.
But then you look at that temperature, how hot that got, and cross-reference how hot the human body would have to get to burn up in milliseconds. And we know, as I've just said, it takes an hour and a half average for a body to burn. It's insane how hot the human body has to get for human combustion.
What interesting. No one can actually pinpoint the exact amount of time that someone has actually spontaneously combust, because they've all been individuals by themselves.
Yeah.
It's later been found.
And one of the main things has always been that everything around them hasn't burnt. The only thing that's ever been left are their feet.
Why do the heads shrink as well? Because when they've had heads found, the heads have been shrunken.
Yep.
That's just me.
Which is to do with fire vacuum. So it's an interest. Like I say, this is why I love this subject, because everyone has a theory, but no one, even scientists have a theory, but no one's been able to pin it down.
The most like hang on, let me find it.
I can't read it right.
I know, I did it quick scribbles. The whip effect.
What's the burning upwards and downwards?
No. All right. So someone did an actual experiment.
I love it. Everyone's tried theories.
Yeah, BBC show QED did a trial experiment in 1998, and they took a pig's body and they wrapped it in a blanket. I know. And the body burned. It did burn for several hours, but it didn't burn the surroundings. See, the wick effect is the fat melting. As the fat melts, the body burns from the inside out, leaving the surroundings intact. because like the hair or clothing acts as like a candle wick
Yeah, but
to keep it all contained.
then again, the clothes would still be there.
No, clothes burn.
Yeah, but
I
then,
didn't explain that very well.
but then it's still that why are the feet left?
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
the other thing.
that's the strange
But
thing.
it's like it's said, like I said on the other show, where you've got like sort of less oxygen flowing to like your extremities.
Yeah,
So with your feet being furthest away.
yeah. Well, it's one of them things. Like, so how long are we talking about this happening? What do you mean, Matt? By the body burning, or that's human combustion from start to finish? Just where I gets back on that. So I've got a list here of like the 10 best cases.
Here's the top 10 human combustions.
Pretty much, yeah. So this is the first mention of spontaneous human combustion in history books. Is I'm not even going to try and pronounce this name.
Pollinus Vortius.
Yeah, that one. Pollinus was just a regular Italian knight in the late 1400s who liked wine, women, and songs. He consumed 2 ladles.
Yeah, that's his ladles.
I don't really see him a lot, but
well, we don't know how big their ladles
were. Of very strong wine. One night, and very strong wine one night. Sorry, my brain reads weirdly. And in it disagreed with this. Someone's not wrote that properly, have they?
No, they have. I mean, no, they don't write it right.
Yeah.
He consumed 2 ladles of very strong wine one night, and it disagreed with him. People say that he immediately vomited flame and then burst into flames entirely. No one else seemed to have any problem with the wine, and people were baffled as to how this happened. They're still baffled now.
So yeah, that's the first case. Oh, hello, Bob. What we got? Spontaneous human combustion. Having really bad gas combined with whiskey gut and eating tons of, no, but seriously, really strange phenomena. Yeah, it is one of them things. Everyone's heard of the phenomena. No one knows the answer.
For a while, people did think it was due to alcoholism.
Yeah.
Like even Charles Dickens in Bleak House, he killed off one of his characters, an alcoholic with spontaneous combustion.
It's always interesting. Hi, Kerry. Welcome along. And obviously, like that was number 9 on the cases. Number 10 is the latest case made headlines in September of this year. Doesn't give a year, so this year as the first Irish case of spontaneous human combustion. People found the burned body of an elderly man lying with his head near the furnace of his apartment. Coroners determined, though, that the furnace was not the source of the
conflagration.
Conflagration, nor was there any accelerant on the body, nor was there any evidence of foul play. This case was typical of I will speak properly. Of spontaneous human combustion, in that there were burn marks on the floor and the ceiling directly below and above the body, but no other burn marks anywhere in the room.
Was that 2010?
I think it was.
I think I remember seeing that when I was having a read online.
So it's not an old phenomenon. This
it's old, but it's still going on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not as if it stopped.
Yeah.
When the age of science came along, it carried on.
Yeah.
Like this one, for example, the fire inside. In 1967, a passenger on a bus in England noticed blue flames in the window of an apartment building hallway. He thought it was a gas jet and called the fire brigade. When they got to the place, they suddenly found the body of Rupert Francis Bailey, a homeless man. A fireman reported seeing a slit in the man's abdomen from where blue flames were issued.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. So I say it's not an old phenomena that's suddenly come about. There's tracks and history of it all over the place, but no one knows why, and that's what I absolutely love. There's another one. There is only one case of human combustion in which there is a witness. I say that, and then I read further down. There's only one witness, and it goes, a mentally disabled woman living with her father who cared for her. One day he saw a flame out of the corner of his eye and turned to find her on fire. Despite the flames, she continued to quietly sit in the chair, not reacting and not giving any indication that she was in pain. The man's attempt to put the fire out left him with burnt hands. The woman lived through the combustion, but slipped into a coma and died suddenly after. This incident, this indicated one of the strangest parts of human combustion. It takes a very hot flame to reduce a human body to ash. Crematoriums have special chambers designed for it. However, in almost all combustions, there's no burns in the room around the body, indicating that the person simply stayed in one place. Whatever the case of this combustion is, it seems to knock people out first. So again, every bit of evidence we see, it's there, it's quick, and people don't react to it.
Because like the body freezes in shock or something.
Well, no, because that case shows that she was just not bothered.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Yeah, but when you're in shock, you will sit there and you don't carry on doing something when you're in shock.
Yeah, she's not doing anything. She's just frozen, isn't she? Well, not reacting. She's just there.
Yeah, but the way it reads, she was just like sat there as if like we are now. It's a weird one. This is why I love it. Does anyone know what the temperature it takes to kill nerves? You can kill nerves off 100 Celsius. A single 3rd-degree burn kills nerve systems off. Kettle can kill off a nerve system in the end of your fingers. So it's not that great amount. But yeah, anyone else? Anyone out there? You've got your own theories on what it might be. Feel free to share them out. There's no such thing as a silly answer.
Well, I've got another one I found.
Go on then.
The British biologist and author Brian Ford, he had a theory. In a condition called ketosis, the human body produces small amounts of flammable substance acetone, like nail varnish remover, basically. He believes that when a person is ill, they produce enough of this that a tiny spark, even perhaps due to static electricity, could cause the person to catch fire. Yeah. Another strange one.
Says, but against all these cases, the people are perfectly in good health. It's one of them weird ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
No matter. This is why I love these sort of mysteries, because it's there. Like Lou was saying, centuries ago, people thought it was just alcohol. Now we know certain alcohols like wine don't set on fire; they're not flammable. You have to have over a certain percentage. Like everyone thinks any vodka is flammable. It's not. It has to be over a certain percentage. As people that have ever been on reenactments with me will know, or drank with me will know, it at least has to be over 95% proof for it to set on fire. And I'll leave that as it will. So I was thinking 3rd-degree burns. Yeah, a 3rd-degree burn can sever the nerves. I imagine about the same temperature to fry the ability to carry signals. TBH, it might be a response from the brain, literally overloading from pain response and blanking disabled off the ability to register it. Yeah. Once I heard someone relation it to temporal lobe epilepsy. again, yeah, but there's usually signs of that first. And I say, even with that, when you're on fire, your natural body instinct would be to absolutely, let's face it, crap yourself. You think you ever burn yourself, the first thing you do is run to water.
That's like it's sort of it's from the outside.
Yeah.
This is from inside. So like I say, it might just freeze you. Yeah,
I am not comfortable commenting on that one. That's because Matt's been on the receiving end of my vodka. But it's so strange. So what? Here's one for you. When spontaneous combustion lost a court case. Now, Jack Angel, who had been hospitalised with severe burns, brought a court case against the manufacturers of his hot water heater for $3 million. He said that he went to check the manufacturing heater and it blew and scarred him. However, a doctor noticed that his body had burned from the inside out, not the outside in. Shortly after, he changed his story and said he fell asleep only to wake up with terrible burns all over his body and sold his story as a survivor of the spontaneous human combustion. Was he one of the only people to survive spontaneous combustion? This is you want to know the answer, but there's so many possibilities.
the answer so you can stop it from happening to yourself.
No, I just want to know it. Like even just like shows like South Park have had their own theory on human combustion. This is how widespread it is. Ago, they put it down to people holding in their farts is how they set on fire with human combustion, which is quite a funny episode. But I'll only go into that bit and say that. And that it's mind blowing to think this can happen to a living being. Yeah, it is.
Does it happen to animals though? Does it happen to like random animals, or is it just humans?
The problem is if a
Like a farm animal or a pet, you'd know if it just suddenly went poof.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people do. There's never been a report of it happening, which is still quite funny. Why have we only got one dog?
I don't know.
Where's the other one?
I don't know.
Nala.
We've lost the puppy.
Oh, there's a Buster.
Oh, there he is.
So suddenly, for once, it's really quiet because the pups weren't doing it. Yeah. Ben's vodka is dangerous. Yeah, it's not that bad. This guy's story sounds like electrical burns looking at it. Anyone who has touched an overhead train cable. Yeah, it does. But again, burn from the inside out. You're going to go into a bit of a panic. We've all experienced like heartburn. I think it's closest we'll ever get.
You likening heartburn and a bit of indigestion.
Yeah.
To spontaneous.
Oh, yeah, because heartburn's like a bit of a chemical.
Right, guys, get the Gaviscon in. We might need it to douse that fire. You never know when you might be that.
Yes, yes. Was just about to ask, is there records of animal combustion? Yeah, no one knows. But
you'd think that if someone's pet had just gone poof, and there would be records of it because it's like, why is my dog just suddenly caught fire and it's just sitting still?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a really weird thing. I've seen. I seem to survive the vodka. Yeah, Matt. Inside is how you burn from electricity. Yeah, but then again, go back to the lightning strikes. When with the guy that got struck by lightning, or anyone that's ever been struck by lightning, which we know happens, why have they never burst into a ball of fire?
Maybe they've never been drunk enough.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, when the lightning bolt strikes them, it passes through their body and goes back into the ground. But surely they should set on fire from that point.
I don't know what shoes they were wearing.
Even when it's rubber shoes, that amount of electricity. Even that amount of electricity is still going to burn and melt everything.
What hair products have been using?
Yeah. I happen to be using this certain spray and Yeah. Like a microwave, yeah. Hi, Charles. How we doing? My ears finally popped. I can actually hear at last. It's only taken it 4 weeks. Yeah. So, what? Again, I keep saying this. What's your thoughts? Anyone got any ideas on what they think it might be? Because I've also been on the path of would it be a spark inside your own body from your own like energy source? Because if you start exercising, obviously your body starts warming up, your muscles start warming up.
Listen, don't go to the gym. You
No,
can't
no,
find
no,
me
no, no.
first.
No. But
Do
we
you think
know,
I've just got when you go to the gym?
we know that you can overheat. Like, prime example, it's going to sound really weird, but when I'm about to throw up, I will overheat and pass out before I throw up. I'll sort of like just pass out from the fact that I overheat. Could that, in a sense, turn into a human combustion that your body overheats so much that your internal organs or the fat in your body sets on fire? You see what I mean?
Good sleep well at night, aren't you?
Yeah, but apparently, from what we learned on the cases, you'd be fine because I wouldn't burn you. I wouldn't burn the bed. That'd be it. Bonnie, hi, Lou and Ben. Sorry, I'm late. Fell asleep. Don't worry, you're not late for class, so you're not going to get like hold off and get detention or anything like that. So don't worry about it. Honestly, sleep's more important. I need it at the minute. I look.
I know you were contemplating going to sleep at 7, weren't you?
I am just there. What?
You're off with you on it.
Sorry, guys. Let's hope menopause isn't a fact. Okay, it's boiling hot. Yeah. Well, again, they're a prime example. But judging by this, a lot of it seems to be blokes that set on fire. So women are fine. There's only one case on here that was a woman.
Yeah, she was quite old, I saw.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on that, but honestly, my God, so I've probably told something.
So you find it again. It's women live longer than blokes.
Blokes are gassy and drink too much and then spontaneously combust.
Yes. Menopause processes react with fuel sources. Native chemical mixture is my best guess. With the right circumstances for the chemical cocktail to, yeah, example. Again, brewing theory. When I did my PTS course, I was shown a video of a Japanese railway crew that were electrocuted via overhead cable. 3 of them burst into flames with 0 igniting source. Yeah, but again, electrical source burning your body, setting your body on fire internally. It's again the bodies that burn from like human combustion have nothing. There's never any real signs of them being like touching electric or anything like that. I was about to say something. I can't remember what I was going to say. No, gone. It's gone. It's gone. Hope you both have a great time filming. Yes, for those of you that know, we went filming yesterday. Brilliant place that we went to, Hickleton Hall. Amazing place. Bit cold because the windows are burst.
Single glazing.
Yeah, single glazing. I was still going around as a builder going, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong.
But doing it up, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a brilliant place. Doing it up into flats, which is going to be really interesting. Really feel sorry for the people that are going to be living in them flats. Oh dear. Let me catch up on comments. Sorry guys. I can sleep tonight now. That's fine, Annette, as long as you don't sleep anywhere near anything that might help you catch on fire. Sure, it's spontaneous for men and not the women igniting them. Well, yeah. Lou does, for some reason, have a petrol canister in the next room.
It's empty. It's from when it's come rescue you.
Yeah, from when I ran out of fuel, about 5 feet down the road. Oh, that's selfish. I was gonna say we burn bacon fat or grease to start fires. I wonder if that has something to do with spontaneous combustion. Again, yeah, we know human fat burns quite well. I am really starting to sound like a serial killer. Just realise that. Yes, human fat burns very well. Hello, Clarice. um, um, yeah, um, the human body is quite easy to set on fire.
You're not
Really
making it
easy.
sound any better.
I'm not. I'm not. Yes, probably a daft idea, but do you think if you were to use a spirit board or control who you speak to on the other side, do you think they could explain last memories, physical feeling before combustion? Good idea. It's actually a good idea. I don't know if anyone's ever actually done that. Got in contact with someone that burned. Might be worth an idea. Let's try that. Lois on the other side. Did you burn well or did you not?
Hello, operator. Operator.
Can you please go find me this person that set on fire?
Yes, I need to speak. At least we've got the names, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. No problem.
Morning angle. Sorry, too many films. How do I watch the video you did, Ben? We didn't record there because they were recording for a TV show. It will be on Prime. Obviously, we couldn't film because copyright laws and contract breaches and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, complicated.
We'll let you know when it's out.
Yeah, we'll let you know. Hello, Riga. Nice to see you along. Sorry, I've just realised you're a new person. New person? Yeah. My language is going terrible.
Just give up. Go sleep.
Yeah.
Go sleep.
Hi, you both. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. We did, yes. Unfortunately, we were both ill as well.
It's fine.
Yeah, it is fine. Yes, but it was 5 years old. Yeah. The body does have the elements of fire in. Yeah. Obviously, human body has heat. Your body creates heat as well. Ben, prove it's cool something. I think we mean. Oh, cooked. Ben, prove it. Cook something. You don't want to see my cooking. It's not good.
You did all right tonight.
We used to years ago. I used to do this. We used to do a backstage show before the other dimension, and it literally used to be what is Ben cooking this time. And it was mainly steaks, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was easy enough for you.
Yeah, I'm a lazy bugger. I like my steaks.
Most of your muscles aren't hard to cook, but you know.
Yes, for those of you who are aware and heard that comment, I'm cooked mussels and ended up giving Luke food poisoning.
Wasn't you? It's the muscles.
Yeah. Could it be down to your liver due to your liver storing heat in the body? Again, along the lines with the alcohol, it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one, but yes, there is a lot of chemicals in your liver that can quite easily set on fire. But that's where the human body is just freaking awesome. It's like the acid in your stomach is one of the strongest acids in the world. It can burn through anything, yet it can't burn through the liner of your stomach, which is really weird. I found that weird and fascinating because I'm a bit weird. I generally am starting to sound more and more like a psychopathic serial killer. I remember those shows; they were funny. Yeah, obviously you've been with me since the beginning. Yeah, funny enough, it used to be you and Kath, didn't it, that used to just comment on my food, saying, "Oh, you're not doing it right," or "Oh, you've cooked it this way." Big shout out to Kath, bless her. We do miss her on the show. She is very missed. Witty comments. Are we 90% water? No, I think we're about, is it 70% water, the human body? Yeah, 70%. 90% when you've been out on the lash. Yeah, brain's 90% water. The other bit's just grey mush. Well, in my case, it's just grey mush. Grey mush and a hamster on a wheel.
Occasionally it escapes out your ears.
Yeah, it doesn't even escape out the ears. It just sticks his head out and goes, where am I?
Oh, I want to know about the hamster. Still not grey mush.
Oh. Leave me alone. Everyone bullies me when I'm tired. Now back on topic. My body runs a lot hotter than most. Should I now be scared? I would be, man. I would be.
Get the gas gone.
Be afraid, my friend. Be very afraid. Also, urine creates chemicals, body cream, etc. could be involved. Yeah, it's one of the things you use like deodorant when you spray your body. That's flammable. Although it can actually strip paint. We spray ourselves with it, or hey ho. Yeah, bless Kath. What a shock. I miss chats too. Yeah, we do miss Kath with her chats. She's a very good friend of the show. She is sorely missed. I just bully you, Ben. Yeah. Bonnie, I doubt it, Matt. If you're hotter than most, you possibly. We're back. Yeah, we're back. I know till it flicks again. Yeah, he does drink fluids. Most of them consume of well, yeah, consist of brown liquid, e.g., alcohol. Yeah. Yeah, obviously you have to bear with us, guys. The signal for some bizarre reason around ours is going haywire. It's dropping in, dropping out. Or disappear again in a minute for 5 seconds when the Wi-Fi kicks back in. I need a drink.
That's empty. You told me to finish it.
I'm not even trained the pups to go and fetch me drink yet.
Yeah, I got my waterfalls there.
Yeah, I'm not drinking that water.
What do you expect them to?
Bonnie, I'm the guy that's hot in winter. Yeah, he wears shorts in the middle of winter. He's a weirdo. Well, we love him. So yeah, obviously. Oh dear.
All right. Oh.
I'm probably going to bed. So yeah. So coming to the last 15 minutes of the show, guys. Anyone that's watching, if you have any questions on anything paranormal or anything in general, just fire them up and we will answer them best to our abilities. I am very rarely cold. I used to be like that. I've sort of just got used to creature comforts now. I like being warm when it's cold. Instead of being stuck on a roof or stuck in a field or just stuck anywhere. I've become a little bit weak, pathetic now. I like the heat. So yeah, anyone that has anything, any questions, please feel free to throw them up and we will answer them. What is Lou making? What are you making, Lou?
Your birthday present, honey.
Oh, is it me neck warmer?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. Feel the softness of the wool.
It's actually really soft.
Well, yeah, it's merino.
Not too much of the stubble.
Yeah, for Ben for his birthday.
Yes. Is this coming up?
Yeah.
Wish I
It
could
might be done by then.
Yeah.
It's tiny stitches.
Wish I could be warm and I'm always cold. You are always bloody freezing them. But literally she's a walking ice cube. A bit of like human combustion would actually warm her up. But we can only hope. Did you get some activity at Hickleton? You know I love this hall. We got a fair bit, didn't we? Even
We
our
don't need to, like, it's just not long enough that we have there.
Yeah.
We need longer, definitely, because it's so big.
even our
That's
little
big.
squish picked up on something.
Squish don't like it.
Okay, Evie picked up on something as well. I really should like it.
Not in front of the people.
Okay. Queen Squishington the third. Yeah, even she picked up on something which was really, really good. I'm really impressive. Do you know I'm always cold, was looking forward to hot flushes but never got them. Being hot isn't a gift, it's a curse. Yeah. Hope you had your thyroids checked, love you too, bro. Yeah.
You're right, then.
I haven't got a clue. I'm getting really tired. I'm zombified. But yeah, Hickleton Hall it's an amazing place. It's bloody massive.
Yeah, hopefully.
Vonnie, we did some. Well, I say some idiot. Titch decided to go. Here's a hole in the cellar, and I went wicked. Jumped straight through the hole and went running down the tunnel. Realised I was running too far and I didn't have a light or anything. I was going to probably run into a brick wall, so I stopped and came back.
Yeah, because they're kind of unsafe
Yeah.
tunnels at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, a bit of collapsing here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I'm a bit stupid though.
We know that.
I've done it before, just ran off down a tunnel. Did you go around the church outside? No, we didn't. Unfortunately, when we turned up there, it was dark and wet. So we sort of just went straight to the main house. But it was interesting. It really was interesting. Really good place. We are going to try and arrange, aren't we, to have a proper night there, get quite a few people up, do stuff like that. The tunnel were still closed off when we went there. There's a breach in the tunnel, probably about enough for me to squeeze through. And get in and had a good run around. But I'm just like a bloody rat. As soon as I see a hole along, straight in, straight. See how far it goes. Ben wins the Darwin Award. Yeah, pretty much. This is how I'm going to die: is running off down some random tunnel after some random thing. And I'm really struggling to keep my eyes open. Oh, really weird. I've not been this drained in ages.
Wrap up the show then. No. Push it on. You know, I've only got 10 minutes out. You don't need to push.
No. Anyone has any more questions? I'm quite happy to answer. Lip time. Ed's got to be at work. Stupid o'clock in the morning.
Let's just wrap it up now.
Yeah. So. Signal drops out because Lou's just beating me in a couple of seconds. You just see the signal disappear. Didn't see that, but I currently now have no legs. So next week's show, obviously we're going to start new subjects. Lou is going to be reading.
Yeah, because before Christmas, when you're going through books and stuff, and said, yeah, we'll go through the Occult Sciences book, chapter by chapter, have a look into it, read bits from it, discuss any questions, blah, blah. We're going to do that like every 2 weeks.
Yep.
To give Ben a bit of a break on these topics, and he'll be giving his thoughts anyway on this and his opinions on it.
Yeah, I'll be sat here.
But yeah, just makes things a little bit easier.
It gives me a little bit of a break because my mind is slowly going kaput. And there is a few things I need to catch up on as well. But yeah, so the first one is going to be in that book, if I remember correctly. I think it is White Magic. We shall look 2 seconds. Okay.
What? Where are you looking? That's part 2.
Oh, okay.
Part 1. Yeah. So you got the White Magic, the application of angels.
Yeah. So it's an interesting read.
That's quite a long chapter, so that might get split over a couple.
Might have fun. Luckily, Luke can read better than I can because it's in Old Engishly.
Old Engishly.
Old. Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain's going to the end, guys. We know what it's like. It just starts shutting down. But so that'll be next week's show for you guys. And obviously, next week's show, I think we've got a guest on. I'm not sure. We'll need to work it out. I don't know. Oh, it's Damon. It'll be Damon doing the show, won't it?
Yeah, we're not going to be there.
Yeah, Damon will be doing the show because we are at Medic Baths for an event.
Thursday show.
Thursday show. Yeah, Lou has a bone casting show on Thursdays where she's going to sacrifice the pups and use their bones to see what spells she can cast. Honestly, they're completely harmless. They're just fast asleep at the minute, hanging out the basket. Yeah. Yes. So catch Lou's show on Thursday. I may make an appearance, depends if I'm fast asleep or not, because I'll be back.
Yeah, you usually do fall asleep on the sofa and doing my show.
Yeah.
You share it out, they fall asleep.
Yeah.
Love the support.
I'm always full of support, guys. We work hard on my job, unfortunately, and it drains the hell out of me after a while.
Especially when you don't get any sleep when you're away.
Yeah. Love my boss. It's always fun working with him, but he snores like a freight train. And when you have to share a hotel room, you don't get much sleep. So guys, good night to you all. Ronnie, Pros, I think some of it. It's time to go. Yeah, I think it's time for me to go to sleep. So night to you all. Thank you again, guys, for tuning in. It's always a pleasure having you along. And did we share it on YouTube? I think I did. I don't know. I might have, yeah.
Yeah, you've had YouTubers comment.
Oh yeah. My brain's obviously falling asleep. So yeah, guys. Enjoy your week. We shall see you Thursday. Well, Lou will see you Thursday. I may make an appearance via my snoring communications.
Not because the show's going to be boring or anything.
No. No, it's not because it's boring, but I get home, I like to imitate. Yeah, I like to imitate my bike. It was on YouTube. Good night. Thank you very much for letting me know because my brain collapses. For those.
You shared it to the right Facebook page.
Yes. Thank you, guys. You always keep me in check. If it were for you lot, I'd just be going, yeah. So yeah, that's it from us. Any new people that are watching this, as we always say on the show, if you have any questions, please feel free to email the show. We will answer them. We'll help you out. Well, message, yeah. I'm showing my age by saying email.
If you get your personal email, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, I would be. Not actually that hard to work out, but what it really isn't.
Now you're gonna get people trying to email you, and some other like Bens are just gonna get random emails.
But yeah, anyone that's new to the show, welcome to the madness. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to get in contact with the show via Facebook, message Facebook, and we will get back to you on that one. So, good night from me, guys. Good night from Lou, and we will see you Thursday. and I will click this button and end.